Hey Gemini, welcome to your love and romance reading for April 2020. This is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and yes, of course, Venus. I'm setting the intention for Venus as well because I know a lot of you like to check your Venus sign when it comes to love. If you're not sure about all that, I'll talk about it at the end, so hang in there. But we're going to see what's happening for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus for love and romance in April 2020. One more shuffle. There we are, my darlings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your first card here is you have the Emperor, okay? This is coming up at your foundation. So some of you could be dealing with either an Aries or a Scorpio masculine energy, simply because Emperor is associated with both aspects of Aries as well as Scorpio. This could also be more along the lines of foundation, rules, structure in a relationship, or finding structure in a relationship. It's coming in from you though within like a set of, like, you're wanting rules in a relationship, or you're wanting structure in a relationship. So maybe, and I know that this is a crazy time for a lot of us, for a lot of people right now, we have really big thoughts in our mind about our future, about life in general, about what's really important. So some of you might be calling someone to task. Some of you might be wanting to know the future of a relationship or how deep a relationship is. Or some of you may have someone calling you to task and really wanting to know, get into like the deep layers of like, well, what's going to happen? What's the game plan here? Some of you are realizing that you're wanting to be with someone who's more of a leader, right? You're maybe kind of longing for this or wanting for this. Emperor is also a card that can be associated with father figure energy or authority figure kind of energy. So things might be happening for you in April where you might be clearing out those energies or revisiting experiences that have been impacting your love life in some way, right? So if there's some issues here with authority, or if there's something unfinished or unresolved with a father or father figure that's been impacting you negatively in your love life, then maybe because a lot of us are in isolation right now and things might be different and we're spending a lot more time alone, these things might be coming to the surface for some of you. It's going to be different for different ones of you because these are general readings, and energy is going to impact you guys in different ways. But the main thing I'm feeling here at the foundation is you guys are wanting structure. You guys are wanting structure. You're wanting things to be clearly defined. So maybe even within an existing relationship, you might be feeling like, you're looking at your partner like, we need to get on the same page here. We need to know, like, we need to be a cohesive team. We need to be working together more efficiently. I feel like you're wanting a sense of order, a sense of clarity in a relationship, whether that's where the relationship is going or how things are being done. I feel some of you are sitting down with a partner and you're doing a lot of budgeting. You're looking at finances. You're looking at, plans for the future and how to make things happen. Some of you are really fighting for what you want, but you're not fighting in a dramatic way. You're fighting in a way where you're bringing in like reason, like you're coming in with a game plan. Well, here's why what I want makes sense. Here's how we can make it happen. Here's how we can come together as a team and make these things happen. So you're coming in with order and structure, with the desire to set order and structure in a relationship. If you are single, you are going through some things where you're clearing out anything with authority figures or father figures that maybe have negatively impacted your love life till now, so that it's not blocking you up anymore, okay? Your next card here is Seven of Pentacles. And Seven of Pentacles is a card that has to do with doing the work, making something happen, doing the work to make something happen, okay? And so some of you, like I said, you're coming in with order, you're coming in with a game plan, you're rolling your sleeves up, you're ready to make this happen, and you're wanting to make sure this person or partner is in the same on the same page as you, where you guys are going to be able to work together and work efficiently towards some real plans here leading to stability. I feel for some of you, there may be a desire to go into some kind of business, and you're in this aspect in your mind where you feel this business is coming first above all else. And so you may be having a conversation with an existing partner to make sure they're going to be on the same page. And if they're not on the same page, you're like maybe thinking of parting ways with this person, because you're looking at bringing all of these aspects together. And you're like, well, I don't want to be with this person if they're not going to support this vision, if they're not going to work with me towards this goal. Some of you, it's your first love is some kind of dream or idea, and everybody and everything else is coming second to that. Maybe it's because of what's happening in the world right now, and this is maybe for some of you your way of like, this is what's going to be for me to live my best life, and I don't want anyone to get in the way of that. So if you are a cross watcher who's watching, and if a Gemini is coming at you in April with some plans or ideas, know that they mean business. And this could be a make it or break it situation for some of you in the relationship. Seven of Pentacles also wants to remind you guys that, you don't want to overwork the situation. You do the work and then give it time to grow. Otherwise, you might cause situations where it's creating drama or tension in the relationship that can be avoided, right? Like, we can only do the work and let time do the rest. You can't mix up, flour and baking soda or baking powder and eggs and vanilla and all these things in a bowl and pour it into a pan and throw it into the oven and, put it full blast expecting that you're going to get a cake in 5 minutes. It's not going to happen. The cake is going to take however long it takes to bake. You can't speed it up. Even if you turn the heat up all the way, you're going to get something burned on the outside and raw and gooey and uncooked on the inside. It's not going to work. So you want to allow time to do its thing. It's good that you're working hard. It's good that you're focused. Or maybe it's not about a business. Maybe it's about the aspects of the relationship. You don't want to be pushing the relationship too hard or pushing the progress too hard, too fast. Let things develop. Let time do its thing. Let time run its course. Time is going to be your friend in this situation so that you're not tiring yourself out. But a lot of you are finding yourself in a situation where your relationship is going to be work and you seem ready to do the work. Just don't feel like you have to push it too hard. Let's see what the next card here. You have King of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign. So water sign would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You may have water in your element somewhere that might be coming up. I feel though for Gemini, some of you are finding that you are receiving an offer from someone, and it might come as a bit of a surprise to you, especially for those of you that you're in a relationship where things have been kind of on the fence. And you're trying to establish order and agreement with this partner. I feel for some of you, somebody might be swooping in. It could be a friend of your partner, a relative of your partner. It could be someone that you've known for a while. It's maybe a friend to you, a friend to your family. They may be swooping in like, hey, you know what? I know you guys are kind of going through a rough patch. It could be somebody that you've opened to up about this stuff. And they might just be like, I know you guys are going through a rough patch, but, I hope you'd give me a chance. Like, I wouldn't put you through that, right? Or if you're single, you may have a friend kind of surprise you and say, hey, you know what? Like, I've been here in your life with you as you've gone through challenges, or as you've looked for somebody, and I was kind of hoping that maybe you would see me in that way, but I would like a chance with you. I feel some of you are receiving a surprise, like profession of love, like somebody's professing their love to you or professing their interest in you, and it may take you aback. It may take you by surprise, because I feel for a lot of you, you never really realized this person was into you. because they've been very respectful, and they haven't approached you in like a, you know, hey baby kind of way. They haven't really been flirting with you. They haven't been like, you know, really kind of flirtatious or playful. So you didn't realize that maybe they have that feeling for you. But I do feel some of you are receiving some kind of like, you know, somebody's giving you an offer for a relationship. And not just a relationship, like they mean it. They mean business. Like they want a future with you. Okay? Some of you, maybe you've set your eyes on someone and you're preparing to make the offer. Maybe the role is reversed for some of you, where you've just made up your mind about someone and you're really kind of preparing to step forward and, you know, try to see where things are going to go. But I feel there's already like an element of friendship here. There's already an element of friendship here. I feel some of you feel like you chose the wrong person. And so you may be preparing to go back and like try to get a do-over with somebody. Like, I should have been with you, or I should have asked you, I shouldn't have asked the other person. This is a general reading, so I don't want anybody to panic or feel like, especially if you're a cross watcher, I don't want you to panic and feel like, oh my God, my Gemini is going to leave me, because these are general readings. They may apply, they may not apply. You may want to watch your own Venus sign, moon sign, rising sign, sun sign videos, because these are general readings and not every single message is going to apply to every single Gemini. But I do feel that dynamic for some of you. Your next card here, Gemini, is Queen of Pentacles. Okay? And this also came up, if I'm not mistaken, for Aquarius. And I feel it came up around the same time of the month. Towards the end of the reading. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you may have Aquarius in your chart, simply because this came up. This came up for them around the same period of the reading. And, you know, this is a card for me that's very much about physical needs, physical necessity, home environment. You could be dealing with an earth sign, because Queen of Coins or Queen of Pentacles is going to be typically Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It's going to be earth energy. Although I really associate Queen of Pentacles with Taurus feminine energy, because Taurus women really take pride in their home. Like, not to stereotype, but Taurus women really typically, like, they work very hard and they like to come home to nice things. They like to have comfort. They like to have sense of sanctuary, a sense of, like, you know, their home is their castle, and they want to have nice things, and they want to come home to comfort and good food and good music and, you know, good, you know, physical intimacy and all of those kind of factors or things. Some of you may be bonding with someone, or, you know, healing a relationship more towards the physical element of things versus like talking things out. Sometimes we do that, right? We want to talk everything out, and sometimes people are closed off, or they're not ready to talk about certain things. So some of the bonding may come through just more basic bonding, like having a good meal together, you know, being able like to cuddle up with each other, you know, bonding over music, bonding over like watching a movie and laughing. So there may be more of bringing a relationship into the physical realm or physical element. Now, I do want to say, be cautious and be protective of your element, your home, your environment, your apartment, your studio, wherever you're living. If you are single, this might not be a good time to be entertaining people, because we want to be careful. We don't know what's going on right now, and we don't want to bring people or things into our home that might end up, you know, making us sick later. So, you know, use your caution there with that. But if you are already living with someone, there may be bonding and opening up and being able to talk about things, because there's a bonding in the physical way. Okay? Some of you are really taking this time to establish being very comfortable in your body, being comfortable in your own skin, and this is opening doors for you in love. Okay? Your next card here is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords indicates sometimes we're at an impasse with someone. Those of you that you've been wanting structure, you've been wanting a foundation, you've been wanting to move forward with somebody, especially those of you that have someone coming up who's like, hey, You know, I've kind of been behind by your side as all this stuff's been happening in this relationship, and I would never do that to you, and I'd really hope that you'd give me a chance. Like, especially those of you where you have like this disconnect in your relationship. Two of Swords tells us, unfortunately, you may find yourself at an impasse where this other person is not on the same page and they're not making the same effort. And if you keep pushing, if you keep staying in that Seven of Coins or Seven of Pentacles energy where you keep trying and you keep pushing and you keep forcing it, those of you who watch my weekly videos, you've heard me say Two of Swords is my warning card. Two of Swords tells me if you don't look at the situation for really what it is, if you don't hear people for what they're telling you, if you don't look at the writing on the wall, you're going to end up with a Tower moment. Things could kind of fall apart in a very explosive way. And so this is your opportunity to avoid that by accepting things at face value. So Gemini, this isn't going to be a time for you to look at a person or look at a relationship or situation and say, oh, you know what, they're just scared. Or you know what, they've just been hurt in the past and they just want to make sure. And so, you know, they're just being cautious. Like if someone is being neglectful towards you, especially if you have expressed yourself, especially if you have let them know that you're feeling shut out or you're feeling like you guys don't want the same things, you know, you need to be accepting of this so that you don't have some kind of dramatic ending later. Okay? Those of you that you are in a relationship and your partner's not moving, not budging, not changing, Two of Swords is saying that you're either going to have to accept things as what they are and stop trying to change them or move on because this person's not going to change. And I can't tell you what to do. It's a different situation for each of you. Not every single Gemini is having the same exact relationship or same exact situation. But Two of Swords is telling us someone's not going to change, right? So if you're with somebody now and they're telling you that they never want to live together or they don't know if they want to get married, you know, like that's not going to change down the line. Okay? Or they don't want to have kids, or you know, they don't know if they're ready for a relationship right now, or they don't know if they're ready to put a label on things right now. It's not going to change. So you have to decide, do you like this person enough to continue with them, or are you going to accept the new offer or make room for the new offer to come in, right? Only you can make that decision, Gemini. If you're not sure about what your Venus sign is or moon sign or rising sign, sometimes it's helpful to watch those. They can be adding more information or they may resonate more. You guys know I'm not an astrology expert by any means. A lot of you have been messaging me and asking me like to read your chart or tell you what your chart is, and I'm not an astrologer. But I had an astrologer reach out to me that really blew my mind. They gave me an amazing report like in seconds. And I was like, dude, I'm going to totally tell my viewers about you. And he was really cool. He was like, look, he goes, I'm going to give them 30% off, like unlimited. Anybody that wants to come to my website and order a love and relationship, astrology compatibility report, or astrology forecast for the year, or have their natal chart analyzed, like as many charts as they want, as many times, I will give them 30% off. And the prices are already very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. So if you want to check that out, you can click on the link. The code is there, Angel30. You can use it as many times as you want. Check that out, especially if you're on the fence and you're maybe on the fence about a couple of different people. That could be helpful for you if you want to get a couple of different relationship analysis readings. You can go ahead and do that. Don't forget to watch your weekly forecasts. Those are also very helpful. Those don't have to do with love, but they might be helpful. And I want to let you guys know I am doing a giveaway on this deck. If you like this deck, I have the original box that came in, and I have my my first set that I got. The book is here too. All the cards are here. They're just a little beat up from being used so much, but all the cards are here. And since I do videos and take pictures of them, I just got a new deck so that they're not as beat up in the pictures. But I'm going to pick somebody from the Instagram and Facebook comments at the end of April. So if you want this deck, I will keep an eye out. I'll pick somebody from the comments there. And if you want to see more cards from the deck, they are on the page. I did post April 3rd using this deck, but you can see more cards on the page there as well. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification for notices when the weekly videos are up, as well as the channeled angel messages for the month of April. And I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.